Wagwan bread bins. It's Saturday the 3rd of Feb. I had a week off, but I'm back and I'm revived. Let's go.
My name's Ben Chapman. I got into cycling when I was 8. My most favourite thing in the world is jumping on a train and just get off and then go ride in that area. It's just the freedom of having a bike and to go anywhere you want.
So yes, good morning and welcome back. We are around about 2 miles into this one and it's pretty muddy, isn't it, Foxy?
It's a bit wet, isn't it?
It's a little bit wet. The plan today is a little bit of coffee, a little bit of cake, a little bit of chat about why I took last week off, and we're going to go to the shop because my new Trek Emonda ALR group set is in. Also, I've got a little bit of a problem with my 650Bs. Now, if anyone saw the video 2 weeks ago, I introduced you to Creative Carbon, who sent me these wheels from Australia. But the back one keeps going down. It's set up tubeless. We've pumped it up 3 times now, and I'm done. So we're going to get ourselves over to the shop and I'm going to learn how to set up a tubeless wheel very, very quickly. I've had an absolutely packed week and yeah, let's get on the road. Let's get to Team Cycles. Let's get through this mud and we'll have a little bit more chat. So I am on the Trek Domane today, set up on the 650Bs, and the plan was to ride some gravel, but the gravel that I wanted to ride is a little bit muddy. So we've left that now and we're back on the road. So yes, last week I decided to have a week off from riding and filming, although I did go out on Sunday. And yes, for full transparency, last week I had lots of exams for my new role and I did a lot of driving backwards and forwards from Lancashire and my anxiety was absolutely through the roof, and I couldn't think of anything worse than trying to put a video together when I was feeling a little bit rubbish. So I took a week off and it's made me feel a lot better. So we are a few miles into this one, a little bit of coffee, a little bit of cake. Those cookies, unbelievable. It's the first time we've been there, so yeah, thank you very much, lush. We've got a bit of an issue with my new 650B wheel. It goes down, it takes around about half a week, but it's still going flat. So what we're about to do is take it all off now we've cleaned the bikes because they were in no fit state to work on. And we're going to put some new sealing in it, new tape, and see if that solves the issue. It's the first time I've done this, so bear with me. So on further investigation, what was I checking for? To see if the tape had...
With a had rim tape?
And does it?
No.
So what does that mean, Foxy? No rim tape means...
You don't need rim tape?
Don't need rim tape. But it's still going down every so often. I'm going to change the valve and we'll see if that makes any difference. I might even just have a puncher.
That's probably what it is.
Imagine if it was that simple, we just pulled the wheel apart. I've been running the 650Bs now for around about 2 weeks and I haven't seen a huge difference. There is a little bit more comfort, and I watched a few videos the day before yesterday and people do talk about the geometry changing and the feel changing, but to be quite honest, I know the rolling resistance should be slower and you should pick up more speed over a shorter distance, but again, I don't think I'm ever going to see a huge difference unless I did a really, really big ride on both the 700Cs versus the 650Bs, but I will let you know what I think. Foxy actually runs 650Bs for Badlands and he absolutely loved them. Foxy, I was just talking about 650Bs.
Yes.
You run them for Badlands.
I did, yeah.
What's your thoughts?
They were good. I like them.
Yeah.
And I had the, what do you call them? Tyre inserts, the cush cores in them.
Did you get any punches on Badlands?
Not one puncher.
How many miles?
800 kilometres, I think. Or 750 kilometres.
500 miles.
Yeah.
And no punches at all?
One puncher.
Clean that off as best you can, get some tape. Yeah, and then just make the smallest hole you can to get through there.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yep.
try that.
Just mentioned, these don't need tape. Every day is a day for learning. I'm sure there's going to be loads of experts out there that know a lot more about these wheels than me. But like I said, I'm learning about bike mechanics. I can ride bikes and I'm quite happy to learn a little bit more about the mechanics of them. And we've just been told by somebody that works in the shop that we should just try and put some tape on here and then push that through. But apparently that is a cracking seal. So one of the biggest questions I actually do get about the Trek Domane is what size tyres can go on it. Even this week, the original review that I did on the Trek Domane, people were just asking about tyre size. Like I said, this is the first time I put 650Bs on it, and I've gone up to 47mm tyres. If you're running 700Cs and you try to put anything larger than a 40 tyre on, it actually rubs on this battery block. And you can see where on the inside here, I actually did a little bit of damage, and that was only for a couple of minutes. So we took them off and I was running 700Cs with 40s on. And then last week Creative Carbon sent these 650Bs and I'm able to run 47s with loads of clearance. Loads of clearance. And Foxy, you just said what? You run the same setup for Badlands?
Exact same, yeah. But with the cush cores.
I interrupt us talking about 650Bs to talk about Team Cycles. Team Cycles are currently giving away water bottles with every order that you put in. But what I'm going to do, just for a little bit of banter, if you comment on this week's video down there, on Monday I'll pick a winner and I'll send you out 2 of these Team Cycles water bottles. I think there's only around about 100 left, so be quick. Foxy,
yes.
I'm giving away Team Cycles water bottles. You've got one, haven't you?
I've got 2.
What do you think?
They're the best.
They are, aren't they? Well done, good answer. And I've got one as well. Where are we at with the 650B? Is it done?
Yeah, done.
So what I've basically done today is I've popped into Team Cycles, I've gave Foxy my wheel to fix.
Yes, I did it.
And you've done it. I'm never going to learn at this rate, am I? I will start doing stuff, I promise. Before we go, we got around about 300 subscribers since we put out the video for Emonda ALR. Should we show those 300 subscribers the Trek Emonda ALR just in case they haven't dropped down and had a look at 2 weeks ago's video?
Okay.
Get the bike out and I'll go find the group set because there's a group set somewhere. We bought a group set for it and it's here in the store somewhere. I'll show you the group set, and it wasn't actually that expensive. So as a recap, I am building a Trek Emonda ALR and it's here somewhere. Ah, it was in the box. Has it disappeared?
The bike's gone as well.
Bike's gone. Foxy, whose is this?
It's Tom's.
It's Tom's.
Oh, the broken one?
Yep. The cycling tattooist, for any of you that follow him, this is his broken frame. I've just found it looking for mine. Look at that. That is horrific, isn't it? Tom now has got a new frame, a black one, and it's beautiful. So for those of you that haven't seen it, this is the Trek Emonda ALR Panamera edition. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. I messaged Trek in America around about a year ago to get hold of this, and we got it January, and this is what we're building up at the moment. We also got a lot of crazy comments about me putting a 60mm stem on it. We're not going to do that either. We've got a zip 80mm stem, so that has come. I'm opening this with you, by the way, so I don't know what's in any of this. Rotors, Shimano, the nice ones. 105 rear derailleur, front derailleur, cassette, 12 speed. Shifters, crank, chain, zip stem that we need to put back. Won't be needing that. Bottom bracket, somebody's clever. I didn't order that. Thank you to whoever ordered my bottom bracket at Team Cycles. For us to build this, we just need the handlebars, the seat post and the seat. So it's all coming together. It's probably going to be within the next 2 weeks. Me and Foxy just need a whole day where we can get this built up, and with children, etc., it's going to be at a weekend. So we're going to find a day where we can come in here and we can just crack on with it, and then I'll film it. Actually filming it itself is hard enough. So yeah, we need a whole day so we can move cameras around, but it's going to be built up over the next 4 weeks, and yeah, it should be finished. We're doing exactly the same. We're putting creative carbon rims on it. We've got another set of wheels, and hopefully it should be absolutely beautiful. Stop tinkering. Can we get back on this bike ride?
Alright, come on then.
Let's go. So before we shoot off, we're just going to talk about these cush cores. Like I said, I've got a bike packing trip coming up and I'm going to test these. So we might come back next week and see if we can get these on my 700Cs. Foxy, cush cores.
Yep.
You run them for Badlands.
I did.
They go in, you just cut them to size?
No, you don't cut them to size, they're already to size. You just put them on your rim, put your tyres on, set them up tubeless. That's it. Like if you get a puncture, because they're like wider than your rim, they'll protect your rim from stones, you know, if you get a puncture, things like that.
So yes, next week I think what we're going to do is we'll come back with the 700Cs and we'll fit these. But yeah, Team Cycles now have cush cores in.
Worth the money.
I bet. So a lot of these paths you probably haven't seen before, and nor has Foxy. And we was just saying there that Team Cycles is only around about 16 miles from my house, and you can get there off-road or on-road, obviously, but some of the off-road routes can vary and you can just sort of mix them all up. So I always try to surprise Foxy, but again, I mention this a lot, Foxy being an Audaxer, he consistently says, do you know where you are? Do you know where you are? Do you know are we lost? He hates being lost. He always loves to know there's a route. And it's only 16 miles, so it doesn't matter if there's a route.
No.
But there's so many old railway lines and trails, and this morning was a little bit too boggy, but I just wanted to see what it was like. And the route home has actually been pretty cool. We're back now on the coast-to-coast route. Are you having fun, Foxy?
Yeah, fantastic.
You've fixed some bikes.
Fixing bikes.
You've rode some bikes.
Coffee.
Cookie.
Cookie, yeah.
We are only around about 5 miles from home now, and I'm going to take the direct route, so it's going to be pretty boring. Next week we're going to try and build up the Emonda as much as possible. Hopefully I might even be able to talk about my trip that's coming up too. Shut up.
You might show me. I might say.
Massive thanks to Foxy as always for playing technician. A little bit of coffee, a little bit of cookie, a little bit of bike maintenance. We'll see if this tyre stays inflated. But for now, I'm going to leave this video here. Please remember to comment, like and subscribe, and we will see everyone next week.